Hey, and welcome to this weekend edition of Port City. I'm your host, Nick Salvucci. Thanks for hanging with us here on WLCN. Coming up on the show, if you haven't caught this latest program that's on WLCN on the weekends, it's called Karate Dawgs. It's specifically for children, but entertaining nonetheless. And the creator of the show lives right here in Charleston. He's actually a Charleston area school teacher. We'll talk with him coming up on the show. Also, a local man who started a business because he wanted businesses to thrive. And he uses the thought of pay it forward. And the reason being is he's trying to provide low-cost advertising through a grassroots effort here in the Charleston area so that folks can get great bang for their buck when it comes to getting their name out there and what they do. And the creator of Localized Charleston is on the show to explain more about that. It's all coming up right now on Port City. So if you're watching WLCNs on Saturdays and Sundays, you may have noticed a locally produced show that we slid into the lineup. I want to welcome in the creator of the show. We're talking, of course, about Karate Dawgs.
Yes, sir.
Daniel Bryant is in the studio. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Congratulations, first of all, on being a local animator that's put together this show. And on top of it, you're a teacher at a local school, so you've got a lot going on.
Yes, sir.
You're a parent of 3.
Yes.
I don't know how you do it all, but we welcome your show with open arms. Karate Dawgs, if you're not familiar with it, airs Saturdays at 12 p.m.
Yes, sir.
And then Sundays again at 8:30. Great show,
Yes.
great for the kids. Tell us about how it all came to come about.
Okay. About last year, August of 2009, as being a teacher, I get to relate to the students as well as teach them. And through that relationship, I realized that many of the kids had low self-esteem. So I said, how can I use my creative talents to boost self-esteem? And I came up through prayer and meditation, I came up with the idea of creating 4 dogs, 4 canines trained in karate, building self-esteem through the creative arts.
That is very cool. Now, you have a karate background yourself? Or?
None whatsoever. Just playing karate with my brothers growing up. That's about it.
Okay. And watching good movies like Karate Kid, right?
Karate Kid and Ninja Turtles.
Right.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
There you go. Obviously, that's cool, man. What I find most interesting, and it's cool, if you watch the cartoon, it's got some great storylines, but the voices are from students here in Charleston.
Yes,
students themselves.
Characters. Yes, sir. Yes, Michael Davis, Marlon Bryant, Mo Mitchell, and Blake Blackshear play the main characters. And these students, it's interesting how I selected these students. You know, teaching in the public school, you get to hear kids and their characters themselves when you tell them to do this, do that. And I heard the voice, and I said, man, this kid would be an awesome character on the show. And I introduced the character to the student accepted it, and we started rolling with it.
That is cool. And they're middle school students.
Yeah,
so,
middle school.
Luckily, the original cast of characters is still in their current roles.
They're
right?
still in their current roles.
Mo has the best voice of all of them. Everyone says the same thing.
Yes.
That girl has a future doing this, if
Uh-huh.
that's what she wants to do. But
Exactly.
man, she has the greatest voice.
She does.
And sweet girl. And yeah, she is your gold mine when finding that. The other kids are great too. Don't get me wrong. You know, I was very impressed by having them. They've been in the studio before.
Yes.
As part of Live in Low Country, so we're glad to have you back. You've gotten some good feedback from it.
Yes, we've gotten some feedback from teachers, parents in our community, as well as students from other schools. I've heard feedback from them, and oh my goodness, the blog, our website. So many students have blogged and made comments, and also through emails as well. So we've had a lot of positive feedback.
And it also airs on what, PBS as well?
Yes, Discovery Network through South Carolina Educational Television.
Very cool. So I know this was a local project and your intentions behind doing this were pure in the fact that you wanted to help students, but I can't help but think the longer you're at this and the better you get,
yes, sir.
The more broad this could go. Have you ever thought about that? Is that a goal for you? Is that something that's developed along the way?
Yes, that's the vision. I wanted to reach a national stage, and we're going to continue to put our creative efforts together, students and creator myself, and we're going to continue to work together to get this to a broader audience.
And the kids, do they write some of the scripts, or does that solely fall on your shoulders?
It falls on my both, because sometimes I'll write a script and the student will read it and said, Mr. Bryant, that doesn't sound right. We wouldn't say it that way. So can I do some improvisation? I'm like, go ahead. And sometimes I have to coach them, but sometimes they give their little improvisation and it works out well.
That's great. And it's fun to have the kids as your boss, right?
Yeah.
Reverse the roles a little bit.
Yeah.
That's cool. So they enjoy it, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Takes a lot of work. Give the folks at home a little idea of what you go through to get an episode together.
Okay. I'm constantly thinking of creative ideas and episodes. I got an episode in my head right now, and what I'll do is I'll take that episode and then I'll put it on paper. The drawings come before the writing, and it's strange. So I'll get the drawing, and then I'll write out the script based on the drawing I had in my head. And after I've written out the script and I take the image, I scan it into my computer, and then I paint it with the software, and then I lay it in Movie Maker and animate it step by step. So it is a lengthy process, but it's all worth it.
Wow, that is very cool. And you just figured that out just playing it around one day.
Yes, I am baptism by fire.
Well, that's very cool. We're glad to see it come to this point. Would you say it takes many hours in a week, a month?
In order to produce an episode, it takes about a good 3 weeks.
Wow.
3 weeks, and that's working during my planning period and periods where I'm not teaching. I mostly work in the studio at the school. I never take it home. I always work in the studio at the school. So.
And it's amazing because teachers are hard workers. They've got a lot to do, and somehow you're finding a way to maintain that, your family as well. And you're blessed to have all that support in there. All right, well, make sure you check out Karate Dawgs, of course. Saturdays at 12 o'clock noon, and then Sundays at 8:30 in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Let Mr. Bryant know what you think of his cartoon.
Please.
And so check it out. Make sure the kids watch it. It's family friendly, or else it would not be here on WLCN, of course. Yes, thank you so much, Daniel Bryant. He's the creator. He's a teacher right here in the Low Country. Thank you for what you do in that regard as well.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. All right. Hey, remember, if you like Karate Dawgs and you go to check it out, remember you saw it here first on Port City. WLCN is the Low Country Network. We are local. Port City is your local show. Don't be shy. Share your stories, share your pictures, share your videos with me, Nick at WLCNTV.com.